Debating is something that many scholars have cautioned against, because the majority of debating does not lead to any good. And there are several reasons for that. The biggest one is that our religion is all about sincerity, and debating with somebody makes it extremely hard to be sincere. Even if you're just in a one-on-one conversation or interaction with somebody, it's extremely difficult to not believe deep down that being right or being wrong says something about you. And so we want to be right, and we don't want to be wrong. And so that is extremely tempting, or puts us in a situation where it's very tempting to justify whatever our position was, just for the sake of being right. Add to that situation, now what if it happens in front of other people? What if it happens in the comment section in social media or on YouTube, or it happens even worse in person with a bunch of people in the room? Imagine how much harder it's going to be to admit that you're wrong, or even acknowledge or see that you're wrong. What's it doing for your soul? There's other issues that come into it too when it comes to, especially in the Muslim sphere. A lot of the debate is about things that, honestly, they're not priorities, right? We have to understand that the truth is dispersed among us, as our Sheikh Abdullah Shinqiti used to tell us. There's going to be some people who are right about 80% and wrong about 20%, and right about 70% and wrong about 30%. And it's not necessarily always prudent and wise to fix or try to point out or try to argue every single thing that you find that's not correct. You have to be wise. You have to weigh the situations, and you have to set yourself up for a situation where, if you're going to say something to somebody, then try your best to create a situation where it's likely that you're doing it out of sincerity and trying to find the truth, right? Approaching people in private, asking for clarification, making sure that you've understood correctly what you thought you understood them to be saying, asking for more background information, these sorts of things. And this is just not how it happens, to be very honest, when it comes to Muslims getting involved in debates. Usually it's combing through somebody's YouTube channel to find this clip or this statement and to take it out of context and to squeeze out of it all these sorts of assumptions, and to interpret it as being part of this bigger trend of us, losing our faith or watering down the faith. Most people have to question themselves, I think, if we're going to engage in these sorts of things. Am I really being sincere? Am I not being deceived by the devil, thinking that I am defending Islam, when in reality it's tied up with my ego, or it's tied up with this issue or that issue, perhaps jealousy, right? It's a it's a minefield. Trying to debate somebody else is a minefield. And that's not to say that there's no place for it. That's not to say that there's no place for it. There is a place for debate in the religion. But if you're the average, basic Muslim, my personal opinion is that it's not your place. You should leave it alone. And you should work on spreading good vibes between the believers and making the believers feel good, bringing a smile to your brother's face or your sister's face, and trying to mend the connective tissue that connects all of us, instead of trying to argue and debate and potentially severing those connections.